Welcome back to Vector Calculus module. Today we will study Stokes theorem. In previous lecture we have studied what is Green's theorem and how we can solve a line integral in two-dimensional using Green's theorem. Stokes theorem is generalization. We can solve any 3D line integral with the help of Stokes theorem. Green's theorem actually is a special case of Stokes theorem. I will discuss that part also. So let's see the statement. Stokes theorem. If S be an open surface bounded by a closed curve C, and V is any vector V1I plus V2j plus V3k. V is actually any vector function where V1, V2, V3 are scalar function of x, y, z. X, y, z. And V3 equal to V3 of x, y, z. B, any continuously differentiable means if we differentiate it, the V function, the output function is continuous also. Differentiable vector point function, then the line integral V dot dr is equal to the surface integral curl V into ds vector, or some people represent like this: curl V into n cap ds magnitude, because ds vector is n cap into ds, so we can write like also this, where n cap is a unit external normal vector at any point of S. And how to find the n cap I have discussed in gradient topic. That's a gradient of the phi function, any given scalar function which may be given curve actually, and the magnitude of del phi. You can see how to find n cap in the gradient lecture. If we use f notation, then it will be f dot dr equal to curl f dot ds vector or curl f dot n cap into ds vector. It depends whatever notation you want to follow. Let's see a corollary related to Green's theorem. Green's theorem in a plane as a special case of Stokes theorem. Let f vector is equal to mi plus nj, two-dimensional vector where m is the function of xy and n is the function of xy. Remember this point. Be a vector function, which is continuously differentiable in a region capital S of the xy plane bounded by a closed curve C. Then what will be the line integral along curve C? V dot dr equal to, what is V actually? Mi plus nj dr vector dot dxi plus dyj. It is equal to m dx plus n dy. M dx plus n dy. Look like Green's theorem. Now, if you use the Stokes theorem here, that will be equal to curl V into n cap ds vector. Okay, let's calculate curl V firstly. So, curl we can find easily I j k del by del x del by del y del by del z. For V, it will be m and 0. So, it will be I will be 0 because if you differentiate 0, 0 and n is a function of xy. If you differentiate with respect to z, it will be 0 minus j. It will be again 0 plus k. You will get del n by del x minus del m by del y. In the xy plane, if you see carefully, what is normal vector outside? That is actually n cap is k cap. For xy plane, this is a normal vector. Outside normal vector is k cap. So curl V into n cap will be equal to curl V into k cap is equal to del n over del x minus del m over del y. So if you apply the Stokes theorem, it will be curl V into n cap ds is equal to del n over del x minus del m over del y dx dy. And it was equal to the line integral del n, m dx plus n dy. So this was the statement of Green actually. So in two-dimensional, Green's theorem is a special case of Stokes theorem. Okay, let's see some examples related to Stokes theorem. Example 1. Verify Stokes theorem for V vector is equal to x square plus y square iota I cap minus 2xy j cap taken around the rectangle bounded by the lines x equal to plus minus a, y equal to 0 and y equal to b. Let's see the solution. If you see carefully, it is in two-dimensional actually, in xy plane. So it's a problem of Green's actually, but Stokes theorem is generalized form. Every Green's theorem problem is actually can be solved by Stokes theorem because Stokes is more general. So if you see the geometry here carefully, x equal to minus a line, x equal to plus a line, y equal to 0 line, y equal to b line. This is your y-axis, this is your x-axis. This is the bounded region. This is your surface actually. These boundaries are curve C. These boundaries are curve C. Suppose this is your A, this is your B, this is your C, this is your D. So curve C is equal to AB union BC union CD union DA. This is the closed boundary of the region, capital S. Capital S region of inside this rectangle actually. This is union. So if you take any line integral V dot dr, that will be equal to ABK sum along AB plus sum along VC plus sum along CD plus sum along DA V dot dr. If problem is asked related to verify, then we have to solve from both the side. We have to solve line integral also, and we have to solve using the theorem also. So firstly, I am going to solve the line integral. What is v dot dr? So if you see v dot dr, I'm going to calculate v dot dr here firstly. It will be x square plus y square dx minus 2xy dy. Now I'm going to solve along AB line. What is actually AB line? AB line is x equal to plus a. Then your dx is going to be 0. Okay. What about y? Y is varying from 0 to b. Y is varying from 0 to b. So y is variable. Remember, y is variable, so limit will be in y actually. So line integral along AB line will be equal to the y equal to 0 to b. Substitute here v dot dr. X square, x is fixed here, x is not varying here, x is constant a for entire AB line. A square plus y square dx is 0 minus 2x is equal to a. Y will vary, so don't put the value of y, dy. X is constant and dx is 0. So it is equal to minus 2a 0 to b y dy, and it will be equal to minus ab square. If you calculate it, you will get this is equal to minus ab square. Along BC line. BC line is actually y equal to b line. This is constant line, dy equal to 0. Here x is varying. X is varying from a to minus a. X is varying from a to minus a. If you see carefully, then it will be equal to along BC line. It will be x is from a to minus a, because we have to take in anti-clockwise direction only. So the limit is of x is here a, here minus a. X square, x will vary, plus y square means b square dx minus 2x is varying, y is b, and dy is 0, so this term is 0. So ultimately you will get a to minus a x square plus b square dx. If you simplify it, you will get this is equal to minus 2a cube over 3 minus 2ab square. Similarly, along CD line, what is CD line actually? CD line is x equal to minus a line. So dx equal to 0, and y is moving from b to 0. B to 0. So it will be along CD line v dot dr equal to y is from b to 0. Dx term is 0 minus 2x is minus a, y is varying dy. It is your minus ab square again. Now along DA line, that is actually y equal to 0. So dy equal to 0, and x is moving from minus a to plus a. So along DA line, v dot dr is equal to minus a to a. X is varying here, x square plus y square is 0. Dx, dy is 0. So it will be x cube by 3, and it will be 2a cube by 3. Okay. So along entire curve v dot dr, you have to add all, and after addition of all the line integral v dot dr plus bc v dot dr plus cd v dot dr plus da v dot dr, you will get this integral is equal to minus 4ab square. Minus 4ab square. Now we will use Stokes theorem. Using Stokes theorem, if verification is not asked, you can directly use the result. You can skip the verification of line integral. It will take time. If verification is asked, then you have to solve completely. So first I am going to find the curl of V, that is I j k del over del x del over del y del over del z. This is x square plus y square. This is minus 2xy and this is 0. If you find the curl, you will get I is 0, j is 0, and in the case of k, you will get this is minus 2i minus 2i. So ultimately, this is minus 4y k cap. N cap will be the k cap because k n cap is a normal vector, and we know that z axis is normal vector for xy plane. So n cap will be the k cap. Now your curl V into n cap is going to be minus 4y k cap into k cap, that will be minus 4y. Use Stokes theorem, we know that the line integral V dot dr is equal to surface integral curl V into n cap ds. So that will be equal to actually minus 4y. And what about ds? I told you ds is equal to dx dy over n cap into k cap. If you are in xy plane, you can see my surface integral lecture. So that will be equal to dx dy. N cap is nothing else, it is k cap only. So k cap is 1. So this is equal to dx dy. And you can see the region is actually parallel to the axis. If region is parallel to the axis, then the limit of x and y will be constant. So the limit of x will be from minus a to plus a, and y limit will be from 0 to b. So x is from minus a to plus a and y is from 0 to b. Now if you simplify it, you will get the same answer, minus 4ab square. So using Stokes theorem, problem is quite easy in comparison to line integral. Okay, let's see the example 2. Verify, I'm discussing one more verification. Stokes theorem for the vector field V vector is equal to 2x minus yi cap minus yz square j minus y square zk cap over the upper half of x square plus y square plus z square equal to 1. Upper half bounded by its projection on the xy plane. We know that if we take any sphere, this is a sphere which radius 1, and its projection is actually a circle in any coordinate system. Any coordinate system. Suppose this is x, this is y, this is z, then it will be a circle in xy plane. In xy plane, if you see carefully, you have to put z equal to 0. Then your curve will be x square plus y square equal to 1. This is the circle in xy plane. Okay. So we are going to solve firstly here. Let's see the solution. Line integral v dot dr. So v dot dr is going to be 2x minus y dx minus y z square dy minus y square z dz, because dr vector is dxi plus dyj plus dz. Okay, the projection of the upper half, actually here complete circle is not given. I have to change my geometry here, I think. Then you can better feel it, I think. Upper half of the sphere is given actually. I have to change here. It is given like this. This is your x-axis, this is your z-axis, this is your y-axis. And this is your upper half of the sphere is given, and its projection in the xy plane is actually a circle. This is a circle in xy plane. Okay. So projection of the upper half of given sphere on the xy plane, we have to put z equal to 0, is the circle. I have discussed already it. X square plus y square equal to 1. So in the line integral, if you are in line integral xy plane, we have to put z equal to 0, then dz is going to be also 0. So your line integral v dot dr will convert as 2x minus y dx only, because rest term is going to be 0. Now you are in xy plane actually. See here carefully. Equation is x square plus y square equal to 1. I told you in the line integral evaluation, if you have two variables, actually variables are x and y, and you have single integration, then the substitution is x equal to radius is 1 cos theta, y is equal to 1 sin theta. Sometime we put x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta. I told in my lectures, if you are putting x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, it means r and theta both are variables and you are dealing in double integration. But if you are dealing in single integration, then r will be fixed. Then here r is 1, so we will take x equal to 1 cos theta, y equal to 1 sin theta. Then what will be your dx actually? Dx will be minus sine theta d theta. What about theta? Theta is entire circle 0 to 2 pi. It will be 2 cos theta minus sine theta d theta. I hope you can evaluate this integral now. If you evaluate this integral, you will get the value is pi. The value is pi. Now I am going to find this integral with the help of Stokes theorem. Using Stokes theorem. Actually, projection is given in xy plane, and this projection is bounded. This is the boundary of the sphere. If you take a ball which is half cut, half ball, then its boundary will be circular, and that's closed. That will be actually line integral for our problem. Using Stokes theorem, we have to find firstly curl of v cap. Curl v cap will be I j k del over del x, del over del y, del over del z, and v cap is given 2x minus y, 2x minus y minus yz square minus y square z. If you compute it, you will get this is equal to k cap only. This is equal to k cap only. So the problem will become in Stokes theorem, curl into v cap n cap ds is equal to now k cap into n cap and dx is ds. Now it's on you. In which axis you want to take the projection? So the projection is given in xy plane. So we will take ds as dx dy over n cap dot k cap. And we know that if you take the projection in xy plane, then your n cap is going to be k cap, because outward normal vector will be the z axis and the unit vector along z axis is k cap. So it will be n cap is k cap into k cap, ds is actually dx dy over k cap into k cap. So it is nothing else, it's a dx dy of the surface. I told you dx dy is nothing else, the area of the region, area of region. This is the formula for area, and circle is, region is circle and area of the circle is pi r square, radius is 1, so pi 1 square is pi. Pi 1 square is pi. Even some people confused if they are not able to find. Maybe this doubt can be came in your picture also. How to find n cap? That's a very good problem, and people are confused how to find n cap. Then you have the curve phi is sphere actually, x square plus y square plus z square minus 1. Second way. But in the problem, it's given in xy projection. That's why I've taken n cap equal to k cap. But if you don't know, you can use this method also. Then del phi is going to be 2xi plus 2yj plus 2zk if you find the gradient. So n cap is nothing else that's del phi over del phi magnitude. You can take n cap at any point of s. So I'm taking at any point. This is general case. So that will be 2xi plus yj plus zk, and its magnitude will be under root 4x square plus 4y square plus 4z square, coefficient of I square plus z square plus k square. So 2xi plus yj plus zk over, if you take 4 LCM, then 4 common, then under root will be 2, and under root x square plus y square plus z square is actually given 1. X square plus y square plus z square is given 1. So it will be this one. So the n cap will be xi plus yj plus zk. Now if you take curl f, you can take projection in xy plane. I am taking dxy plane. Then it will be n cap into k cap. So it will be dx dy over n cap into k cap will be z actually here. Okay. Now if you put this integration in the given curve, it was k cap into n cap dx dy over z. Put k cap into n cap. K cap into n cap actually z dx dy over z. So z is cancelled out. It is again the same formula. Dx dy is the area of the curve. So it is pi. So this is a second way. If you are not feeling comfortable by this way, you can go by this way also. Okay, I'm going to solve a next problem related to Stokes theorem. Next example 3. Use Stokes theorem calculate or evaluate the line integral x plus y dx plus 2x minus z dy plus y plus z dz, where curve C is the boundary of the triangle with vertices 2 comma 0 comma 0 0 comma 3 comma 0 0 0 6. You have triangle in 3D actually. So if you see carefully, the integration is given as x plus y dx plus 2x minus z dy plus y plus z dz, and it can be written as x plus y I cap plus 2x minus z j cap plus y plus z k cap dot dr vector, that is dxi plus dy plus dz. If you compare with it v dot dr, so v is actually, v vector is actually x plus yi plus 2x minus zj plus y plus zk cap. Here verification is not asked, so we will use directly Stokes theorem. So I'm going to find the curl of v cap. So curl of v cap will be equal to I j k del over del x del over del y del over del z. It is x plus y, 2x minus z, y plus z. If you evaluate it, you will get this is equal to 2i plus k cap. 2i plus k cap. Okay? Very good. Now, I'm not able to find k cap and cap here, so I will take complete equation actually. So if you see carefully in the three-dimensional picture, suppose this is x, y, this is z. X coordinate is 2, 0, 0. It is 0, 3, 0. It is 0, 0, 6. So it is a plane actually in 3D. This equation of plane. And it has intercept on x-axis on of 2 unit, y-axis 3 unit, z-axis 6 unit. So intercept form of the plane is x over a plus y over b plus z over c equal to 1. So the equation of plane will be x by 2 plus y by 3 plus z by 6 equal to 1. This is actually plane in 3D, or you can say triangle in 3 dimension. If you take the LCM, this equation is 3x plus 2y plus z equal to 6. This curve is given like this. The plane is given like this. So we will consider phi as 3x plus 2y plus z minus 6. Now what will be the del phi? It will be 3i plus 2j plus k cap. Now what will be the n cap? That is del phi over del phi magnitude, outward normal vector. 3i plus 2j plus k cap over magnitude will be 3 square 9 plus 4 plus 1. So it is 3i plus 2j plus k cap over under root 40. Now we will find curl v into n cap. Curl v was 2i plus k cap into n cap is 3i plus 2j plus k cap over under root 14. It is going 3 to the 6 plus 7 over root 14. 7 over root 14. Now it's on you in which plane you want to take ds. ds you can take anywhere. dx dy over n dot k cap or dy dz over n dot I cap or dz dx over n dot j cap. You can take any. I usually prefer this one because you are getting a constant value, so you can take any one of them. But according to curl f into v cap calculation, suppose this is function of xy, then we will take this one. If this is function of yz, then we will take this one. If the function of zx, then I will take this one. I discussed this in the surface integral lecture. So dx dy n dot k cap, n cap is this dot k cap. It will be 1 over root 40. Okay, now put in the Stokes theorem. It will be curl v into n cap ds is equal to curl f into n cap was 7 by root 14. It is dx dy over 1 over root 14. Cancelled out. It is 7 times dx dy. It is nothing else. It's the area of triangle in xy plane because this is the formula for area. So area of the triangle in the xy plane, it means you are dealing y is equal to z equal to 0. This is x, this is y. So the coordinate is 2 comma 0 because z is already 0. This is 0 comma 3. So this is the triangle. It's a right angle triangle. So area will be 1 by 2. Base is 2, height is 3. So answer is 21. Answer is 21. This is the answer. Answer is 21 unit. Okay, I am giving one similar problem as a homework. If v vector is 3yi minus xzj plus yz square k, yz square k, and capital S is the surface of the paraboloid 2z equal to x square plus y square bounded by z equal to 2. Okay, if you put z equal to 2, the projection will be x square plus y square equal to 4. That is actually a circle. Evaluate del cross v dot ds vector, or you can say del cross v dot n cap ds vector. This is actually curl of v. Del cross v is nothing else but curl v. Means we have to find the Stokes theorem. It can be written in this manner also. The answer is minus 20 pi. Okay, so I'm giving you as a homework. Thank you. In the next lecture, we will study Gauss divergence theorem.